All right, guys, went back today with one of my absolute favorite pump action shotguns to have ever existed, the Mossberg 590 Retrograde. This thing channels a ton of different vibes, and it also includes a bayonet lug, heat shield, a corncob forend, and a really nice wood stock set, all on the 590 action, as well as being the 8-shot tube kind of tactical version. Again, it just rolls up so many different kinds of feels when you pick it up, like an old school pump action shotgun, a modern tactical shotgun, and a World War II shotgun for trench clearing with a bayonet. I mean, this thing just packs everything you want in a pump action shotgun into one really cool piece. Now, is this going to be some type of historically accurate collectible shotgun? I don't think so. It's more of a vibe, a feeling that you get when you pick up a Mossberg 590 or even a 500 Retrograde. So as soon as I saw that this shotgun existed, I knew I had to grab one. But they were a little bit pricey, especially for the 590 version. So I was waiting around to see if one would pop up on sale because I've got plenty of shotguns. I wanted to wait for the right deal. Walked into Beltway Gun & Pawn, located in Matthews, North Carolina. One of my favorite shops to check out. We also do a ton of pawn shop find videos there. And sure enough, this was sitting on the wall for a very reasonable price. I started talking with them. They threw in a really cheap kind of busted up bayonet for the video. We mounted it up and had our fun with that Jeep. I'm going to be talking about this shotgun in general. And honestly, if I had to keep one pump action shotgun for my collection, it would be hard pressed for me to get rid of this one. I think this would be the one I would choose. Now, there's other shotguns that may have nicer pick rails or different sighting systems or a little bit more ergonomic pistol grip stock system with the adjustable M4 style stock, but something about this classic wood furniture pump action 590 just takes the cake. Now, I actually added this leather side saddle that I grabbed from Amazon, and I'll put that in the description below. I think this ran right at about $25, and I think it honestly completes the look of the shotgun. The only thing that this is missing is a sling, and I'm working on that next. Now, this is an 8-shot tube, about 20-inch barrel with a bead sight. It's got the bayonet lug up at the front, which works with the standard M4 style bayonet. Surrounding that barrel is the traditional Mossberg 590/500 heat shield, and it does a good job. The wood corncob furniture feels great and looks amazing. The fit and finish is absolutely spectacular. Since this is a 590, you're getting a little bit beefier shotgun than a traditional 500 with the double pushers. And overall, this thing runs incredibly reliable down at the range. It also has this phosphate finish, which is a little bit more prone to scratching and nicking. Again, probably some advancements on some of the other 590s, but I love the finish on this shotgun, and unfortunately, you're going to see some wear if you're using it like I am down at the range, smashing windows and popping tires. But it's all worth it, especially with how smooth and reliable the action is. And that's another thing I want to talk about. You're not just getting a fancy looking shotgun, you're getting a shotgun that has a proven track record, history, and reliability through civilians, law enforcement, and police departments alike. The 590 is just a historic design that works every time you pump it and every time you pull the trigger. I also love the 590s because when you're dropping rounds in the load in the tube, you don't have a lifter that gets caught on your thumb. So when I was using this with gloves, when it was really cold down at the range, or when I was smashing glass, it was still easy to drop in rounds and load it up, making it incredibly functional and easy to load. I had no issues whatsoever. The recoil management was about like any other 12-gauge shotgun, but the weight of this mitigated it some, and the overall feel of the stock and the ergonomics of it just kind of helps with the recoil. It's not the worst 12-gauge I've ever shot. The safety at the top works like any traditional 590 safety, and you also have a drilled and tapped receiver set if you did want to add a pick rail, but don't you do it. Don't you add a pick rail to the top of this beautiful wood furniture shotgun. It also had a really nice stock. Another reason why I wanted to put it on this side saddle on there was this was a used one. It had a couple of little nicks in the stock, so this kind of covers it up. It looks good, and it's actually functional. If I wanted to throw this in the truck, I've got number 4 high brass birdshot, number 4 buck, and 1 slug in that order. So that gives me a wide variety of things. If we're talking about something flying in the air or varmints scattering across a field, something a little bit bigger where we want a wide spread of number 4 buck, or something massive where we need to take it down with the slug, I've got everything loaded up right there. In a nutshell, the 590 Retrograde is an amazing series from Mossberg, and I love the fact that they released this line. If I was Mossberg, I would just lay into this idea a lot more. They're already doing it with the 500 and the 590, so it'd be interesting to see a Retrograde come in some of the Maverick lines, getting it a little bit more affordable for those guys who don't want to drop $600 or $700 on a 590 or even $500 or $600 on a 500. The Retrograde in the Maverick series, maybe around the 350 price point, would be a cool thing if Mossberg could somehow squeeze that into their Maverick lineup. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope it gives you a very interesting look at one of my favorite shotguns to have ever existed, being both incredibly cool and functional down at the range. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Also, if you head over to Beltway in Matthews, North Carolina, and you tell them 704 Tactical sent you over, you'll get 10% off. And I dropped some stickers off there, some 704 Tactical stickers, and you can grab one free just by saying I sent you and asking for one.